my house. Welcome to my house. Welcome, welcome, welcome to my house. Let me make sure we are open for everybody. Are we open for everybody? Let's see. Let's do high quality. And let's make sure we are open for everybody. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. Let's see. Welcome to my house. Hey, Jennifer. How are you? Come on up.
Hey, Colin, I'm good.
Good,
How about
good.
you?
I'm awesome. I'm awesome. Beautiful day. Got inspection coming up soon on my 1.29, and I'm excited. Excited to have everyone in this room. Excited to see who we can help and help to change their lives. And just excited. It's a beautiful day. Very blessed, and always honored to have you and the other credible moderators and followers come up and like I said, changing life. It's Thoughtful Thursday. So, what are your thoughts, Jennifer? What are your thoughts?
Right now I'm about to just get some work done. Some calls. I have my first listing actually just went under contract, so that's good. And doing some work, but
Congratulations! Woo, woo, woo! That is exciting. Welcome, Coach.
it was quick too. It's just getting stuff done, and I figured I'd pop in here and see what's going on.
Absolutely, you're more than welcome. Any room I'm in, you're more than welcome. Let's see who else comes in. Hey, Coach, how's it going? How's it going, Coach?
It is going well, guys. How are you guys doing?
It's a fantastic day. It's Thoughtful Thursday. So, what are your thoughts?
Well, I just got off a call with one of my mortgage branch managers, clients, and we were talking about imposter syndrome because she just got back from Arizona for being a top producer in the top 10. She's the top woman in her company now. And we were talking about how she felt she didn't fit in there because she's never been a top producer until now. And how when all the other top producers had a powwow one night, some drinks were involved, and everybody was telling about their fears and their, worries and things like that. And I kept telling them, I said, see, this is a lot of people have imposter syndrome. And I guess my thought for today would just be, is everybody has their doubts. People who make it happen are just the ones that push through it and keep going. So that's my thought.
You're absolutely right. Everyone does have that issue. My first couple years in the business, when I first got licensed, it was 2003, 2004. Things were flying off the shelf. It was an amazing time for listing agents. Um, and like within my second year, I had that kind of feeling. It was weird because I was ALC, I was top of the office, I mean, everything was just wonderful. And I did have my doubts in myself, and you know, you have to believe in yourself, and then you have to believe that you deserve it. And I do see a lot of people that don't feel they deserve where they're at in their successes. And that's sad because all of us, I don't care who you are, you deserve everything that comes to you. And that's why I talk about affirmations all the time. I am successful. Money is flowing through me and frequently. Um, I am attracting money. I am attracting success. I am, all the I ams, we deserve it. We deserve it. And if we talk to ourselves, or if we talk to our kids the way we talk to ourselves in our head, they throw us in jail because we are our worst enemies. So if we start talking to ourselves in a positive light, think about the things you say to your children, right? If you have kids, grandkids, cousins, think about all you say to them. You could do anything you want. You could do anything you want. You could do anything in this world. You could achieve anything. And I think we lose that when we go from being a child into adulting. I think we really lose that skill. I think we lose that skill because reality comes in and life comes in and you have to make a living. And I really think we lose that skill and that imagination, and it's sad because we should still be dreaming. We should still be going around and what are your dreams? You want to drive whatever car? Go drive it. Go be in it. Go smell it. Go taste it. Because when you lose that imagination, you die. You take a look at people when they retire. What usually happens very close after they retire?
I think it's 7 years.
Yep.
At the moment, it's 5 to 7 years.
And yeah, absolutely, they give up. They don't have something to go for. So keep dreaming. Keep doing what you need to do. Keep dreaming. Keep helping people. Bam came on the stage. He's always helping people. 10K, I invited 10K in the room. He's always helping people. You have a mission in your life, and that's one of the reasons I love this room. I love when people come in. I love when people share. I love when people contribute, because none of us would be where we are without others. And that's just a fact. This is a team effort when it comes to success, when it comes to getting there. You talk about imposter syndrome. Let's not feel that we're imposters. Let's feel we deserve what we get because we worked hard to get it. And I land my plane. Flora, welcome to the room.
The foundation, you build it on if you're trying to build a home on quicksand, it's falling apart, right? So that's the first thing I do with clients. We work on mindset, and because we all have, many of us, I should say, not all of us, have a habit of self-sabotage, and actually have a little physical. I went to Home Depot many years ago and bought a thermostat, one of those old thermostats before their electronic ones. And as a gift I give to all my new clients is a thermostat showing, I tell them, where do you feel comfortable? Because if you're doing well, your internal thermostat will kick in and turn on the cooling, bring you back into your comfort zone. So we got to, I use it as a totem, as a physical representation of, all right, here's your new comfort zone, here's the new thermostat. So mindset is the foundation you got to build on. We all always need those things helping fill in the cracks.
I completely agree with you guys, and I think this room is meant for me. And if anybody knew of how much I've been throwing myself down the gutter of trying and wanting to give up, and my first year, just comparing my first full year in real estate, forgive the noise, I have a father in the background.
Congratulations on achieving your first year. That is an accomplishment.
Thank you. So, right about my first year or so, which I don't count last year, maybe I started in September of last year, I don't count what I did this year. So far, it was private transaction and one rental, which I hate doing rentals. But I was trying to get on the listing site, and last year I had a list. And my pay has been going on the gutter. It's like, why people are not giving me these listings? Why am I struggling? Why everything? And it's just been taking a tremendous impact on myself. And I'm like, I need to reframe my train of thought. I'm like, I need help reframing my train of thought and not. You had what did you use the term earlier, and I think I can relate to it. Not imposter syndrome, because I've always, before becoming a realtor, I made pretty decent money. And I'm used to making money, and I'm trying to make more money, which is why I became a realtor and changed careers. And there's so many things that are trying to pull me back. Like in my brain, I think I'm fighting against myself, and I really need to know what do you guys do to help your mental state and you help your focus to go in the right direction. This is Flora from Tampa, and I'm done speaking.
Flora, welcome to the room. You definitely came in the right room. Starts off with your schedule. Do you have a calendar? Do you schedule every day at least 3 hours of lead generation activity and lead follow-up activity?
It's hard for me to schedule because I'm also at home, but I do generate, I've been lately since August 15th, I can say firstly, at least 5 days a week I do lead generation. I've been doing it since August 15th since I got into Red X. Some days I've done 3 hours, some days I've done 2. Other days when I have a very busy schedule, like today when I was at doctor with my kids, I did about an hour. But I try to do it as much as I can possibly do it.
Can I challenge you to get rid of a word in your vocabulary? And you know what I'm going to say. Get rid of try. Get rid of try. Because you can't try. You either do or you don't. There's no trying. If you say you try is an excuse word. So I'm always telling my kids, and I correct myself when I do it. I have twins that are 16 years old. So I work on getting my daughter to get rid of that. And she knows when she says it to me, I'm going to correct her. Trying is dying. Because
Sam knows if he doesn't come at you, I'm going to come after you next.
Hey 10K, welcome. I'm going to let 10K say to you.
Back to you, Sam.
Absolutely. Continue what you were saying, 10K. You got magic words.
So first, good afternoon to everyone here on stage. I saw the room and I said, hey, you know what? Newly licensed, now what? And if you don't have the fundamentals under control, you can be headed for a disaster, to be honest with you. But if you're following the guidance of individuals who have actually done it and they're actually doing it correctly, you're going to be on the right path. So just walking into Sam, bringing a little bit of attention to the word try is absolutely one of the right paths to be on after your license. Now what? Let's start using the correct words of affirmation. My background's a little noisy. Sam, nice to meet you. Hey, Sean, that's a smart thing you have there, buddy. Shani, Bam, Robert, and all the members of the Meslin. Super good afternoon to you guys. Back to you, Sam.
Absolutely. I'm gonna start. I want to reset the room since we got all these incredible moderators in here and incredible people in the audience. This is newly licensed now what? And today is Thoughtful Thursday. And I want to find out what your thoughts are. It's Thursday, half the week's gone. We're coming into the weekend. Sorry, one of my twins is talking in the background. What are your thoughts? We're halfway through the weekend. We're almost the end of October. We're at the fourth quarter. What are your thoughts? Shani, you always have magic in what you say. You're up.
Hey, good afternoon, Sam. Thank you for having me. Hi, everybody. Hi, Coach. Laura, 10K, everybody. So, yes, it's a very positive room. I was listening to Flora. Flora, you're going to be successful. I think the mistake that a lot of you people make is that you have to keep going. I mean, just like if you're going to be a figure skater, you're going to be in the Olympics. Those people didn't wake up and start skating. You know, they were skating for years in most cases. So I feel like, real estate is really a numbers game, right? I like to compare it to a treadmill or a dartboard. You have to keep throwing those darts. You have to stay on the treadmill. So, if you're not having success calling 10 people, call 20 people. But if you keep going at it and hammering away, you're going to be successful. I think, and statistics will show you that the reason that people don't succeed is because they give up. anything that's worth anything doesn't really come overnight. It's very rare that that happens. So I always tell people my analogy, another analogy I have is like the postcard analogy. If you send out postcards, and postcard marketing does work. You can't just send it out once. If you send it out once, you're wasting money. It's almost like, let's say you're looking to buy a car, right? But you weren't looking to buy a car 9 months ago. So if you got a postcard 9 months ago about buying a car, you would have thrown it in the trash. You probably would have noticed the name and whatever the headline was, and then thrown it away. You would have done that for another 8 months. But when you're looking for a car, it's like, oh, okay, here's a postcard that applies to something that I want to do. And I remember saying this before, I wasn't interested, now you are. So it's all about timing and staying consistent. Just like I know what, I think it was Sean or Sam that said you have to be consistently, you have to consistently prospect. If you do it, it's all in the numbers. I mean, it's a math problem, right, really? So if you just keep doing something consistently, it has to. It's, I mean, science tells us, math tells us that it will work. So I think it's very discouraging if people hang up on you, if they're rude, or if you're told no. But if you keep doing that, it's just almost like playing a game, you know, playing checkers. You know, there's only two options. So if you play the game well enough or keep doing it, you're going to eventually win. So just keep playing or stay on that treadmill, I would say.
Absolutely, you're absolutely right. Flora, let me ask you something. What do you enjoy doing? What's enjoyable to you? What are your big aspirations? What are your big rocks? What's your big why that you came into this crazy real estate business? What is your big why, Flora?
Real estate, I've been trying to become a real estate pro at 18 years old. There was, at first it was my cousin that was studying for it, and it was like, no, you should probably start studying for that. But then I was comfortable where I was, and I tend to get very comfortable. When I find somewhere that I'm making the money and I don't want to leave, for me change is like a big problem. And I started looking at the stuff with material to see, and I was like, you know what, I got caught up and never went back to it. And you know, that's always ever changing, the material. So when it was sitting kind of these book collecting dust in my bookshelf for a couple of years, I was like, I stopped looking at it with the information, even though the basics was still the same. But some of the rules and regulations, you know, that changes over time. And my other time is I was like, you know what, I was planning to go to court to be in jury and to see if I was selected to participate. And I was there all day and I was bored. I was like, this is the time to do it. Let me go on and sign up for the class and take it. And then now, when COVID happened and I got laid off from my other job in April of last year, I was like, you know what? If I don't do it now, I'm never going to do it. So I really got focused, honed in on everything, and obtained my license in a matter of months. The reason why I'm always wanting to go into real estate is to be able to take my family even further. Make sure that my kids' college education will be taken care of. Make sure I can travel the world. Make sure I can have financial freedom. Also related to investing. That's the whole purpose of me always wanting to succeed financially and be financially independent.
And what is financially independent mean to you?
That means not really having any bills besides what you need to breathe in, passive income coming in from your investment, and be able to travel because I love traveling. That's what that means to me. Yeah.
Fantastic. So you enjoy traveling. That's great. And what does traveling mean to you?
Traveling means freedom, happiness, life. Like, that's what it means to me.
Fantastic. Yeah, life. And I understand you have kids and having the freedom to do what you want, when you want, why you want. So if you look at your big why, write that down on a piece of paper, what your big why is. And really think about it. Because when you're getting up and you're thinking, oh my gosh, this is not a good day, or I'm dealing with some challenges today and I just don't feel like doing more, feel like pushing through, feel like quitting, think about your big rocks. Think about your big why. Think about what wakes you up, what makes you excited, your kids, financial freedom, maybe being on Antigua or being someplace where there's freedom. Any place you like to go. Do you like to go to Hawaii? Do you like to go to the Virgin Islands? Where do you like to go? That's for you, Flora.
I know my phone is charging in the other
Oh,
side of
okay.
the room, and I have a Bluetooth headset, so I have to walk to it to unmute.
Okay, no problem.
I'm not enjoying you by any means.
No problem. No problem.
And then the screen gets locked, it times out and logs out.
So I'm gonna give you a little exercise, Flora. I want you
Okay.
to take out a piece of paper. I want you to write down your big why, and really understand what your big why is. And it has to be a why that excites you, gets you up out of the bed, and gets you to knock on another door or make another phone call or call another agent or whatever. I'm not sure which brokerage you're in. Um, we do revenue share in our brokerage, which helps people become free and get to that point in their lives, multiple streams of income. And it sounds like what your what your goals and what your passions and what is comes down to freedom. And that freedom has to scare you, excite you, and get you going. So I challenge you to write those I am statements down. I challenge you to write your big rocks, your big whys. I challenge you to get the book, The One Thing, which is a really short read and it's excellent because it talks about focusing one thing at a time, which I had a challenge with myself, and I'm working on it, and I'm growing. And have you ever done it? Well, I'm not going to ask you that question because you're having a hard time responding. Get a vision board out and start putting pictures.
I'm close to my phone. I'm writing down what you're telling me to do.
Awesome. Awesome. Um, yeah, get a vision board out and start taking pictures out of magazines and putting them on the vision board of what your future goals are, future dreams, the future things. Go drive cars that you want. Go visit places that you want. Go do those things to help your mind to imagine you in those places, driving those cars. Go look at an airplane. If that's something that you want, go stand on a yacht. If that's something you want, go do the things that you dream about and think, and then you could think about it, and then you could bring about it. So I'm gonna land my plane. I appreciate you coming in the room. I appreciate you being so open and honest. And Anna came on the stage, so I'm gonna have her introduce herself. Thank you so much, Flora. And I'm gonna land my plane. Anna, can you talk?
How's it going? It's a little noisy here, but I was just listening into what you were saying, Sam, and I'm like, I noticed some people, it sounds so hokey pokey, but I've been doing vision boards, journaling, affirmations, incantations, gratitudes since I started in real estate. And all I could say is I'm all in for it, right? Like, if you think it's BS, honestly, I thought it was too when I was first asked to do it. But in reality, it's freaking changed my life. So,
Did you say incantations, Anna?
yep.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, and I walked on fire, ate fire, all that good stuff too. You don't have to do that, but you can if you want to. I'm just saying, like, this isn't the world, the life that I knew I could have before I learned about all this, right? The law of attraction, the secret, right? What you think about, you bring about. Um, I
The
was a
secret
stay-at-home
changed
mom
your life.
for 9 glorious
Right,
years. I
honey?
loved every minute of it. No joke. Like, honestly, that was really a lot of fun. I actually didn't call it being a stay-at-home mom. I was a domestic diva, and seriously, I was pretty damn good at it. But nonetheless, at that time in my life, and even previously, I understood that my role was this, right? And I was happy for it. And by this I mean being first generation American and just being brought up culturally in a family, in an environment where women didn't work. I mean, to this day, I could count on one hand the amount of females that work in my family. And by family, I mean cousins, aunts, sisters, like there are very few women in my family who work. So it was just also the mindset shift and then, allowing myself to create a life by design, that even just coming into that and saying, like, yeah, I can choose that if I want to, was just really huge. So I just want to reiterate for those of you who think it sounds hokey pokey, I get it. I really do. But you're really exercising your brain and your mind, right? It's like saying if I went to the gym every day, I don't believe that I'll actually have this amazing body. Well, not if you go once, right, or even twice, but if you're consistent with it, you're actually going to transform your body, right? So what Sam's explaining is if you actually change your thoughts on it daily and you practice it, you exercise it, you will absolutely transform your life. And all I can say is that I've lived through it, I've done it, and it's not only possible, it's likely that you will accomplish that if you actually are consistent with it.
Thank you so much, Anna. I appreciate you. Bam! Welcome to the room, buddy.
Hey, glad to be here, kings and queens. I'm having an amazing day at a huge park. I've got a deep. Just search some part of the park. You may know Kenneth Hunt Park, La Cienega. It's between La Cienega and La Brea in Southern California. It's a huge, huge, huge park. And so I'm here waiting for my goddess to show up so we can do our walk. And so it is 12:28 Pacific time, 3:28 Eastern, 2:28 Central, and I'm doing whatever I want to do. And I've been this way for years and years and years and years, writing a book about it. My current book I'm writing is called Caught Up in Capitalism. Caught Capitalism. Think about just that phrase. And by the way, Ken K is out of the room. He buys domains so fast. The name of the book is, check out the title, caughtupInCapitalism.com, so that it'll live on forever in cyberspace. And then the subtitle is John 4:44. John 4:44 reads,
That's a religious passage.
a prophet in his own town is not revered. Now let me put that in English for you. I'm from the hood, born and raised in Watts. Watts is the worst area in Los Angeles, in California, period, for black people.
This is the one that Haley likes.
East LA is the worst for Hispanic people. And it is what it is. And so I shared that to say this. I've been self-employed since 1991. I've been a consultant to General Electric, one of the largest companies in the world. My brother, who's 1 year older than me, is a medical doctor practicing at Hannah Mills in Norristown, Pennsylvania. He's actually an ER specialist. And what that means is he works 3 days a week for 24 hours, and basically they only call him when there's something that requires the MD. So he goes to the hospital, he relieves ER doctors, he sits in there for 2 hours. He may work, meaning helping a patient out of that 24 hours, 5 to 6, but they need an MD at the location. So my brother's doing so well, and I am honored to have had the opportunity to help my brother when he needed money, when he was at USC, when he was at Bowman Gray School of Medicine in North Carolina. It was one call to his younger brother, because I've been an entrepreneur a long time, and whatever he needed, it was on its way. He was married with a child. Can you imagine trying to get an MD married with a child? Man, it was tough. Why did I share that? I'm not a real estate guy. I am a cooperative economics specialist. In a cooperative economic models aggressively since 1997. I'm meeting with Glenn Sanford, provided I get the goal, because I'm sure in Las Vegas on November 9th through the 11th for eXp, there's going to be so many people that's going to want one-on-one time with Glenn. I'm pretty high up on the request list, but the list is long. And so we based on one of my advisors, Dr. J. Owen Smith, a retired professor from California State University, Fullerton. Check out the title of Dr. Smith's book, The Politics of Ethnic and Racial Inequality, a systematic comparative macro analysis from the colonial period to the present. I'm not going to repeat the title.
That's a long title.
What's up with this disparity regarding the haves and the have-nots? That's the bottom line. He's been studying it for years. And so in conclusion for me, what I bring to this room excited me when I came in the first time, which was yesterday. I'm going to be a regular. Here's what I know, because one of our partners is a real estate statistician, Mr. David Plummer. David knows that the first-time agents in that first year, around percent will not make a dime. So you have to eat. You have to be vertically, here's what I use, by the way, Sam versus focus, I use vertically integrated, where you have other verticals that allow you to generate some passive income as you continue your journey down this path of real estate. Dr. Smith discovered that if you want to be tied to wealth, one must be tied to real estate, e-commerce like Jeff Bezos of Amazon, and like BAM, and or the trades. So digest that. Thank you so much, Sam, for allowing me to be here, giving me that green bean, because I trust over time more and more people will understand the value of multiple streams of cash flow, the value of passive income. I'm Brian Franklin, and I approve of it, and I'm done speaking. Bam!
Thank you so much, Bam. Appreciate you. Can't wait to see you at eXpCon, and hopefully 10K comes up. 10K, why don't you introduce yourself? You're changing lives every day. You are the fastest fingers when it comes to getting those domain names. You're out there. I don't know what you got invested in domain names, but you're pretty amazing when it comes to it. But introduce yourself. You change lives every day. I appreciate you. And I'm done speaking. If you're available to speak. That's it. That is.
On mic, Sam, however, I think there's a glitch. I see Anna's on mic also. So this new link thing that Clubhouse launched, which I love, by the way, they got to work out the kinks, so 10K may not be able to speak. But if I may, on his behalf, I'll do a 1-minute. We are a strategic partner with 10K. And as you surf these clubhouse streets, you will find like Anna, like Sam, and several others, and Lakita down, and let's see if anybody else. We all have 10K digital business cards. Why do we have digital business cards? Because all of us do more than just one thing. Our Instagram allows us to put one link, and so we can be, I'll use the term selfish, we can be egotistical and say, hey, my company is mycompany.com. I'm going to put my company on my Instagram. But what about the other stuff? What about the vertical integration? What about the other 7 of cash flow? Well, the 10K card allows you to have all of your verticals, everything you do in one place on a digital card, and 10K card is the #1 digital card on Clubhouse, bar none. I'm Brian Franklin, and I trust I represented 10K to at least half of how 10K would represent it. Let's go, as he would say. I'm done speaking. Bam!
Awesome representation of 10K. Absolutely. And yeah, I guess they've been doing a little bit of fixing in the app. So anybody have any questions? It is Thoughtful Thursday. What are your thoughts on this Thoughtful Thursday? Anybody? We could do popcorn style.
Ooh, I like that phrase, Thoughtful Thursday. Let me ask you this, Sam. Have you played with the link option yet? So you can put a link at the top of your page. Have you played with it?
No, I haven't. I haven't done that yet. I gotta do that.
Yeah, man. So your next room, what you want to do is hit those 3 little dots at the top left. And this is for everybody who hasn't tried it yet. Hit those 3 buttons, little periods, whatever you call those, at the top right of your screen. If you're a moderator, you have to be a moderator, and then hit pin a link. When you hit that pin a link, you can put whatever link you want, but you can put your website, whatever you want people to see while they're in the clubhouse room. Man, I love it. I love it. I love it, because we do a lot of show and tell on our rooms that we do. So great feature. I'm loving it now. Once they add a queue, so when there are people who want to talk and they raise their hand, you allow them to come up, but they also go in a queue. So it makes it so much easier when you have one of those large rooms to try to determine who's going to speak next. So let's hope that comes really soon. I'm Brian Franklin. Let's hear from King Jimmy. I'm done speaking. Bam.
What's up, room? How are we doing? We got some major champions on the stage here, but I appreciate you guys bringing me up. Just real quickly, I want to say one of the things when it comes to being newly licensed with anything. I'm actually a real estate investor, also life insurance agent as well. And one of the things but we can all relate with this is finding a mentor, find somebody that's been down the road that you're going down and still going down it. Because a lot of times I think we try to put ourselves in try to do things before we actually know what the heck we're doing. And anytime you're newly licensed, whether it's real estate, life insurance, anything, is find a mentor, find someone that, that's what this clubhouse is all about. I love this platform. I'm on it a good bit myself. And it's all about working together. And, I heard something just recently about, your worth is your relationships. How much relationships do you have? Can you build those relationships? And when you do, that's when things start changing for you. But real quick, appreciate you bringing me up. I didn't really have a lot planned out for this, but I thought I would just add a little bit of some info there, some value that, don't be scared to get out of your comfort zone and do something that you've never done. I'm sure you have someone that's going to kind of put you back in your place and kind of say, hey, let's try it this way, let's work this way. But again, I'm Jimmy Bahealer. Appreciate you bringing me up. I help real estate agents with the concierge service, so check me out, DM me for more information. But thanks again, appreciate it, guys.
Thank you much, Jimmy. It's the first time I met you. Welcome to our room. That's fantastic. I love people that come in and I love new faces. It's fantastic. Yeah, this is Thoughtful Thursday. This is the newly licensed. Now what? It's open for newly licensed. And of course, we have seasoned agents for questions. And any comments, anything we can do to add value? Thank you, Bam. I just added that my 10K card up to the top. So that is really, really cool. That's a surprise that you added value to the room. Now I could do that before I even start up. That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's really cool. I didn't know that. There's always new stuff happening. I know today people are talking about the Facebook announcement, the name change, but thank you for highlighting that because I don't always read all the notes or realize all of the upgrades in Clubhouse. But I just wanted to say that the Thoughtful Thursday, I hope everybody's having a great day. It's beautiful weather where I am in the Northeast. But being in this room on a Thoughtful Thursday reminds me of one of my favorite quotes, which is do it today, tomorrow never comes. And that quote, it's either Brian Buffini, I think it's Brian Buffini, or it might be Tony Robbins, but I love that quote because it's so true. I mean, even if you make one small step, read one page, take one note, take one step, just do it today because procrastination can last forever. So I really love that quote. I try to live by it. No one's asking you to change the world in one day, but you can take one small step towards your goal. Or if you're a new agent, you can take small steps every day. It's great if you can take big leaps, but just do something. And I wanted to encourage all the new people. I know here she's been brave enough to come up, and just to say that, you know what, when you're making calls or if you're prospecting and you're discouraged by people's attitude, you're not going to affect your life. I mean, you can always move on to the next person. I mean, people that are rude, I think she mentioned that, it's not a lasting effect. You don't have to see them. If you call somebody, you'll never see them again. They're not going to block you from anything. So as far as your life, so just remember, if you're met with a roadblock, on to the next. And like I said, just take action. I mean, I know we get on these clubhouse rooms, a lot of us, and I include myself in this. You have to take action, even if it's one small thing, because if you get knowledge that sits in your head, it does you no good. Thank you for speaking.
You're absolutely right, Shinny. Absolutely right. They say you hear somebody that says no. And growing up, we hear that negative word all the time. All the time. How many times are you told no as you're growing up as a kid? No, we can't afford it. No, we can't go there. No. We hear no so much that it becomes a negative word. However, if we took no and understand that it's not no, it's sorry about that. I was receiving a phone call. What don't they know? We took the no and said KNOW. What don't they know? Hey, Judy. So if we spin it around and positive word, because there's something that we're not telling them that obviously they don't have enough information to make an informed, intelligent decision. So when somebody says no to you, just think, what don't they know? What am I not clarifying? What haven't I said? What is the issue? Is it the circumstance? Is it something is it timing? Is it family? Is it friends? What is it that we don't know when somebody says no to us? And I'm landing my plane. Judy, welcome to the stage.
Hi, nice to see you again, or hear you again. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I just got my license on Friday.
Woo!
So, yeah. So, I'm just kind of narrowing it down where I want to go.
Have you gone through your phone and figured out how many people you have in your contact list on your phone?
No, that's a good idea. I'll start there.
because a database is a place that you put people's numbers, addresses, and information.
Yeah.
One of our database phone. If you want, there is apps. And that's
Right.
at first. When you your work, you can also and you can download the file with all your in your email and to a form that can then different databases that you that's pretty inexpensive core that's actually from just from public. However, for $4 a month, we get KV included in it. It's artificial intelligence system. But Line Desk is good. Okay, bells and whistles. So over one chain.
Yeah, we use a very another one that we use that actually is a good. I really like was Contact. Good one. Actually, market by scheduling with I actually not using that. One good. Just getting used to it because it's newer. It's specific to my. I would tell Judy, if I had to, I would do agent and I love people. But probably one. Emma said, do a database. Everybody you know should be in your database. Even if you don't now have access to Google, you don't need Excel, and you have it fine. But put everybody you know. Always everybody. You'll be able to upload them. Put everybody to go back. That's one. Live in my email, phone, sticky notes. But I didn't start, like my first year, I did not consistently put people in my database. So I should have started that from the very beginning. So start that from the very beginning. Number two, one thing I would do is do not be a secret agent. One thing I see new agents do, sometimes you'll go to the brokerage website and you'll see that it has a name and there's no picture. I mean, worst thing you think of is somebody going to the appointment and they Google you and there's no picture. I mean, you're screaming, I'm new. You know what I mean? Right. I'm saying new, but I'm amazed. I know people forget to do it, but that's should be the first thing, okay? You have to take 3 days, just make sure that you have a present and all. There's a lot of websites that are free. Even experienced agents, I see sometimes they don't have it. Make sure you don't want somebody to go to your brokerage website to look for you and they can't find you, or worse yet, they find you and it's like you have no bio on your company website, you have no picture. You don't want that to be you. Okay. So that's number two. Do not be a secret agent. Number three, I would say would be know your product. Okay, so what your product is your service, right? So you could go to all these. You could get a lot of business. You could do cold calls. You could be calling what we call FISBOs and expires. You could be getting leads. But if you don't know your market, nothing is worse than somebody talking to an agent. Not that you have to know everything, but they don't know basics, right? Your home is usually your most expensive asset, right? So you wouldn't want to go to a doctor who just said, "Oh, I just got a medical school, I've never done something like this," or you don't want to go to the person that says, "I just got a law school, I've never done a case before." No one
go to a nurse and the nurse doesn't know what to do.
If it's true, right? Right. So it's your biggest asset. Why would you don't want somebody who doesn't know what they're doing, right? So how can you do it? It's not hard. You're going to go to your MLS, okay? You pick out what area you want to do. Let's say there's 2 neighborhoods that you really like. You'd like to buy and sell in those neighborhoods. You like to help people buy and sell. Learn everything you can about those neighborhoods. Let's say it's called Maple Tree Woods. Let's say it's a community of townhomes. There's 200 townhomes. You're going to go into MLS. You can narrow down to that community. You're going to find out how many models they have. You can do that by looking at active, closed listings and pending listings. You can find out. A lot of the people have uploaded the floor plans. You can find out what floor plans there are. You can call the association and find out what the fees are, okay? You can find out what the amenities are. There's upgrades, what type of models,
Someone's trying to
what
call
schools
me.
are there in those area. So you need to know those things because nobody wants somebody to come to them and try to list their home or help them buy a home. They don't know those things. And so surprising to me. And I used to when I was brand new, I didn't know this. Learn that. That's for free, right? You can go to the MLS for free. There's broker opens. You can go to those for free. You can also go to open houses. If you see somebody having an open house, go to the open house. Just identify yourself. Say, hey, I'm the agent just previewing the house. It's acceptable. But go through those houses. You'd be surprised at how many agents want to do a neighborhood and somebody calls and they go through. They've never even looked at it. If you want to specialize or look at an area, learn that. So know your product. That's some of the other tips that we give you. And then like I said, don't be a secret agent. That includes sending out cards or calling everybody letting them know. And finally, I'll add, and I'll give up the mic. I would say do something, help other agents by. I would say one thing you could do would be doing open houses because that's when you'll get in front of people. Those people have already told you, so to speak, that they're interested in buying or selling. They might even be nosy neighbors, which is even better, right? I love neighbors. That's my favorite part of open houses. To meet the neighbors, right? Because everybody wants to know what's going on in their neighborhood. So get in front of people. That's better than a postcard, a letter, a phone call because it's warm, right? You're in front of people. That's for free. You can help, and then you have something they're interested in. So I hope those tips help. I wish you a lot of success. And Sam's running this room. I know he's very passionate about helping people. Yeah. So am I. So feel free to follow me or reach out if you need help. But I'm telling you right now, do not neglect the database. Whoever you are, open a Google sheet and just do it. Even if it's once a night, even if it's 1 hour, let's say 3 times a week, put them in there. Believe me, you're going to regret it if you don't. You'll thank me in 5 years.
Thank you so very much. This gives me active stuff to do.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, like I say, you don't know what you don't know until somebody tells you stuff. Yeah, so that's very helpful, and I appreciate it so much. Thank you.
You're so welcome. Again, like I said, if you need help, I love help because sometimes we have to go back to grassroots stuff. And I can tell you, I made so many mistakes, so I'd love to help you. I did it the hard way, but you don't have to do that with Clubhouse, with Sam, and other apps and people. You have so much help today.
I want to say another thing. You're on the same wave where you're talking about going and doing open houses. Judy, I don't know if you know this. When you go into the MLS, you can actually change the criteria, and this is just basic stuff. You can add vacant to the MLS and tour vacant homes. So you don't have to go knock on doors, and you don't have to, you don't have to schedule any type of showings with a vacant home. So you can go in the areas that you're in. You could just put the criteria vacant, and then you can find all the vacant homes in your area. So you can just kind of get used to seeing homes, seeing the different floor plans, seeing, and then those vacant homes, you can always say, go to the agent that have these vacant homes, because the agents sometimes don't want to do open houses in vacant homes. Of course, I would say bring somebody with you so you're safe. But you could do open houses in some of these vacant homes. Check with your law in your community, in your city, and check with your broker and make sure that it's okay to do it through your broker as well. You have to check those things. However, that would be a good start too, just to get comfortable with the floor plans. And then go on social media when you're in some of these vacant homes and just showing, yeah, this is a home just came on the market. We're just doing a quick tour. I just want to show you kind of what this has. Please let me know if there's anything I can help you with, any questions you have in real estate. I would love to connect with you. Just real quick video, because video is, Google owns YouTube. Google is a search engine. If you start doing YouTube videos, you're going to be seen in the search engines. Don't be a secret agent. Get a YouTube channel going. Just put up something basic. There's companies like Fiverr that will charge you like $5 to do something like that for you. Just look up YouTube and you'll see a whole bunch of people will come out of the woodwork, do things like that. They add pictures to it, they make it look pretty, because it's your postcard. It's your calling card. It's who you are. You are a business. You are You Inc. Learned that a long time ago. You are You Inc. You are a business, and you run a real estate business. And if you treat it like a real estate business, then other people will treat you like you're running a real estate business as well. So I'm going to land my plane, and do we need that? Did I say that right?
Yes, you hit it right on the nail. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for pulling me up on the stage, Sam. And just thank you for the opportunity to ask questions. I do not have my real estate license, but I'm in the process of starting the training to obtain my license. And my question is related to identifying a good mentor or broker to work with after obtaining the license. So what are some things that we can look for to determine if that mentor or broker is good for us as far as being able to learn more about the game, the real estate industry? Thank you.
First thing you want to do is realize that your first brokerage is not necessarily going to be your last brokerage. So you could make a mistake the first time and go into a brokerage that may not be your cup of tea. You got into real estate because somebody told you about real estate, told you about getting a real estate license. Who's that person that educated you on real estate?
No one actually. I just began to get interested in it. I joined Clubhouse. So
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You could do several things. I'm sure there's like mom and pop brokerages by you, and they're going to have a different type of fee schedule. You can join a bigger name company like Keller Williams or eXp. It depends on what you're looking for. What are you looking for in a real estate brokerage? What you're going to do is you're going to interview them, and they're going to interview you. But just make sure that you interview them and make sure that they fit you, which you're comfortable with. I'm with eXp and I've been there 2 years, and I came to eXp because I just turned 50. I'm going to be 51 soon. And I looked at retirement and several streams of income, or, damn, how do you say that? He's in the park, so I don't know.
Passive income are you talking about?
Yeah, passive income, but he said lateral income. I think that's what he said. So multiple streams, basically. I looked at it. I was with Keller Williams when I first started. It was a great company. I have no bad words to say about any brokerages out there. But I went there and I stayed there for about 3 years, and then I bebopped around to a couple other companies because I just wanted to see what was out there. And that's okay to do. Make sure you have mentorship. In eXp, we have mentorship. We have mentors in your specific area. Like if you're in LA, I would have a mentor in LA for you. Where are you located?
In Sacramento.
Oh, Sacramento. Okay. Oh, there's some great mentors up there. So Sacramento, lots of people up there to mentor. You need a mentor. When you first start, you want, just like Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods has a coach for golf. He has a coach for his mindset. He has several coaches. So a mentor is basically a coach in, sorry, I was getting a phone call. A mentor is a coach in real estate, and it's important to start the right way. So if you want, I can answer any questions. Hit me up in the back channel. I can connect you with mentors up there in Sacramento, because I'm in California also. And I can answer any questions you have. It's a longer conversation than just in the clubhouse room, but sit down and write what you're looking for in a brokerage. Are you looking for low fees? Are you looking for mentorship? Are you looking for, what are you looking for in your business? Because each brokerage basically has the same thing, and some of them unfortunately don't have the training, and they get people into their brokerage to fill in a number. And I don't want you to be a number in a brokerage. I want you to get value, to find a brokerage that is willing to mentee, to have you as their mentee. So, and I'm a mentor. I'm a certified mentor in LA. So I get lots of connections with the other mentors across the country as well. So hit me up in the back channel, and I'll be happy to answer any questions and to guide you where you want to go. Because there's a lot of opportunities out there.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You gave me something to think about, because I didn't think about that part as far as what am I looking for. First, I want to figure out what I'm trying to do with my license.
Exactly.
And then I'll also incorporate what I'm looking for in a mentor or a broker.
Absolutely. Yeah, you have to sit down, kind of do write it down, what are your goals for getting a real estate license, where you want to go, what are you passionate about, what's your big why. All those things have to do with the brokerage you're going to go with. You know, you need a brokerage that's going to help you learn as well as grow. Because it doesn't help you if you're with a brokerage that doesn't have any growth potential. So it's important. It's all about you. And, you know, of course the brokerage is going to think it's all about them, but no, it's all about you, because you're the one that's bringing in the business. You're the one that's working hard. You're the one that does the blood, sweat, and tears in the process. So just make sure it's comfortable for what you want to do, what your goals are in your business, because it is a real estate business.
Absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate that feedback. Thank you.
Hey Sam, it's at 1 o'clock. As I mentioned, I hang around to about 1. My goddess has arrived. And now my goddess gets 100% of my attention. I'm Brian Franklin. When is your next room, Sam?
I'm going to do tomorrow from 12 to 1:30 also.
Okay, if you wouldn't mind.
Oh, my wife just corrected me. What time's minimum day? Well, maybe I'll do an early room. Maybe I'll do a 9 o'clock room.
Okay.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know in the back channel.
We do a 9 on Friday. We do a 9 on Tuesday. It's kind of an FYI.
Okay.
And so let me leave you with this little tidbit for those that are in the room regarding getting your data using artificial intelligence, so that it's easy. You don't have to do anything except for hit some buttons. So let me show you all how to do that. Hit my if you will.
You're in the matrix. You're in the matrix, Brian.
I'll do it. Yeah, I'll put.
Try again. Okay, I'll make it easy. Just click on my 10K card at the top, and there's a link for BAM in my 10K card. And if you want to know more, just let me know, or you can get Brian in the back channel, BAM, and that way we can get you what you need in your business and maybe make some money on it. So that's one of the tools he has, and he actually helps realtors to make money as well while you're waiting for that first check while you're waiting to earn your first check or working hard to earn your first check. So I'll let you guys know when I'll put it on the calendar once I find out when early out is. They do early out on Fridays, so my wife corrected me, and I would be nowhere without her. So, anybody else want to come up and ask any questions? Please raise your hand. We'll be happy to have you come up. I see some new faces. I see CJ. Hey CJ, how's it going, man? And I'm going to invite some people up, and if they want to speak, fantastic. If not, that's okay also. But this is an open room, open forum. Any questions you have? Hey CJ, how are you?
I'm doing great, thanks. I was just looking for something real estate to listen to while I was driving down the road, and this one was something about newly licensed, which I'm not. I've been doing it for 13 years, but always willing to share knowledge if it's needed.
Great, CJ, I appreciate you. Now, CJ, if you were to say one thing to a newly licensed, wet behind the ears realtor, what would you say from your experience, 13 years, that maybe in the beginning you didn't implement just because you didn't know?
So I would say simply create some form of a database to stay in touch with your people. And you know, oftentimes when we hear, I
Did it
know
work?
myself, when I heard database, when I was getting started, I was like, man, I don't want to deal with all the tracking information on people. It just sounded real rote, and I was wanting the personal relationship and just take care of people. And it was about the relationship, which I think is super important to have that personable relationship style, but that only carries you so far, because there's going to come a point where you're going to forget something or miss something important, and when you miss that one little thing, that's the opportunity that somebody will use, and then somebody else will slip in there and present themselves as, hey, you matter to me, and then you'll end up losing a deal, a client.
Absolutely. Your database is your database is your money. You have to go through a certain amount of contacts to get an appointment, and then you have to do a certain amount of appointments to get a signed listing or a buyer agreement. So you have to start with leads. You have to start with leads, like old KW says, leads, listing, and leverage. So you need the leads to get the listings, and you need the listings to get the leverage. So it's a triangle, and you can't get one without the other. So you start with your database, or the people on your phone, or on your email, or wherever you have names and phone numbers and address and birthdays and anniversaries, and if they have a dog, if they have a cat, if they have a parakeet. All those things are so valuable. Many people, babies are their lives. So you find out when their dog or cat or bird's birthdays are. Can you imagine sending them a gift for their animal
Yeah.
on their birthday? That's gold. That's relationship. The big boxes can't touch that relationship, even though they want to try.
That's right. And the problem I found with what I did have was my phone, and I thought I was just going to be okay with just my phone. But what I found out was I needed more information than that. Phone and an email, I would say, would be the minimal amount. So I'm sorry I got to run. Thanks for letting me chat.
Thank you, CJ. I appreciate. Yeah, I'm gonna be heading out in about 15 minutes, and Shani is on the phone. Anybody else have any questions? It's Thoughtful Thursday. Thoughtful Thursday. What are your thoughts on this Thursday? We're almost in November. It's amazing this month just flew by. In the fourth quarter, anything you need to know to get yourself into the next step of your business, where you want to go, your where you want to go. What are your big whys? What's your big rocks? What's going to pull you through the holidays? What you do now is going to show up in the holidays. You know, holidays are coming. The presents, you need presents for the kids and family and all those things. So what's going to get you to your close through Thanksgiving and through New Year's and the holiday season? What's going to get you through there? What do you need to get there? Things that people are doing. I'll give a little bit of a story what people are doing. Some people are doing pie events for their past clients. They're doing pie events. Some people are doing caroling. People are out there caroling and doing stuff like that. Halloween's right around the corner. Some people are doing stuff with Halloween. They're putting their business cards with the candy and things like that. So there's all sorts of things that you could do that separate yourself from the next realtor. You know, what do you like to do? Do you like to, you know, we're missing our face-to-face. You know, do pop-buys. You know, go on the internet and look up pop-buy ideas. Pop-buy ideas. And the idea comes from Brian Buffini and a lot of the other educators in the real estate business. They talk about pop-buys. And look and see what pop-buy ideas in there. So Google pop-buy ideas. And there's a boatload of ideas there. So you can use that to your advantage for the holidays. Do you have people over to your house? You know, I'm just brainstorming with you guys right now. Any thoughts? Anybody have any ideas that I didn't mention that you've heard in your neighborhood or you've seen in your neighborhood? Pumpkins. Some people will go and buy the mini pumpkins. I think they're called gourds. And drop them at their client's house or their friends or family's house, just to say, you know, it's Halloween. You know, happy Halloween. Here's a gourd to paint and put in front of your house. There's an idea. Let's see. I'm going to look on my computer while we're talking, since people are kind of being shy today. So let's do this. Let's do Halloween pop buys. Pop buys. Halloween pop buy ideas. Halloween pop buys. Let's see what we got here is pictures of Halloween pop buys right here. Halloween pop buys, client appreciation gift baskets. Oh, all the all the tools that you need to carve a pumpkin. It's a pop-by idea. Let's see, another pop-by idea. What is, oh, you can look on Pinterest. Pinterest has pop-by ideas. Oh, flashlight. A flashlight says pop-by. Let's see what is here. It's all wrapped up. It's hard to tell from just the image. So let me open up the page and see pop-by ideas. Let's see, open for ordering. I guess somebody on Pinterest is actually selling this. popbyco.com. It looks like it's Orlando real estate. So if you're in Orlando, there's an idea for you. Pop-by idea. Let me go back and see what other pop-by ideas we have for the holidays. Let's see. Mini pumpkins. Actually, these are big pumpkins. So some people are putting their card on pumpkins. Oh, the baby pumpkins, doing the baby pumpkins with their card. And what does this say? Let's see what the image is. What's it say? You can make it a little bigger. Don't be spooked by the real estate market. I'm here to help. That's cute. It's got a bunch of pumpkins in it, and then their information shows up right underneath that. Let's see what other pop-by ideas we got for pumpkins. Let's see. Oh, okay. Just popping by to wish you a fabulous Halloween. Thank you for your referrals. And it looks like they're cake pops. Kind of fun. There's all these interesting pop-by ideas. So just go on to Google. Here's sweet tarts. Somebody's sweet tarts. Oh wow, that's pretty smart. They did a bag, like a glove, like one of our sanitary gloves that you use for when you go show houses. One of those gloves, and they put sweet tarts inside the finger holes, and they put other types of candy in where a hand would be. Well, that's kind of cool, interesting. Let's see. I'm going to invite other people up. So we got these pop-by ideas. What are your thoughts? I gotta go in 12 minutes. So I'll be closing the room soon. If you have any ideas for pop-by ideas or anything that you have to say, feel free to come up. Let's see what other pop-by ideas I got. Trick or treat basket. Lots of really kind of cool ideas. These agents are really smart. Okay, somebody tied a tag to it. Says I'm always willing to carve out time for you and your referrals, and it's tied to a pumpkin. Oh, here we go. Trick or treat. White cheddar pirate's booty. And it looks like they put it into a trick or treat bag for people to come by and pick up. Let's see. Oh, here's candy corn inside a, what are those called? The canning glass jars. What are those? What are those called?
Mason jars.
Mason jars. So they have a whole bunch of candy corns inside the jar. Let's see what they look like. Don't let the market scare you. Call me for all your real estate needs. And I guess that's, you're booing somebody because there's a big boo there. So I guess you get to boo somebody for the holiday. Let's see. Go back. So there's all these incredible ideas that are out there for pop buys. I'll go back to the original search for pop buys. Look up Halloween pop buys. Look, you could just look up pop buys because this is a term coined. And the cool thing is that people aren't expecting you, and it's just a pop by. It's just a quick, hi, I'm in a neighborhood, just want to drop this off for you. Pop buys for realtors. You can go holiday pop buys for realtors. So this is just really easy stuff to separate yourself from other agents out there that may not be doing things like this, and to keep the relationship between you and other clients, as well as maybe future clients, people that you would see in stores that you would recognize are the people you want to work with. Of course, you do want to work with strangers. However, your sphere of influence is your closest possible client. And referrals. Referrals are one of the best you can get, and connect with other agents in other states. Referrals could be the lifeline of your business. Actually, I think most of my business this year is some type of referral, either from the Hero group that I work with, to agents in other states that have referred me to clients as well. So referrals are definitely something you want to focus on and keep track of, and connect with other agents in other states and introduce yourself. That's important. So it's only 2. I got 8 minutes. Anybody else have anything to say? Anybody want to raise their hand? Looks like we got somebody new in the room. Welcome, Cynthia. Do you have any questions? It's Thoughtful Thursday. Newly licensed, now what? And I will give me a sec. Well, it looks like you're already been invited. I don't know what's going on here. I think they changed the app a little bit. I'm trying to invite you up. Edit. Yeah, it's open to everybody. No, it's not letting me invite you. I'm sorry, Cynthia. I'll try again. Let's see if it works that time. There you are. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm excellent. Thank you for asking.
Let me turn this down. Thank you for inviting me. My name is Cynthia. I am not a licensed real estate person as of yet. I started taking my 3 weeks ago.
Congratulations.
But it started out as a fluke.
Now I'm interested. A fluke.
A fluke. I decided, like you said, need another stream of income, thinking about retiring in a few years, and I decided to get back into photography. And a friend of mine became a real estate agent, and he knew that I had started back into photography. He's like, listen, I have a couple of homes that I'm going to be, selling, and I need someone to come in and take pictures so I can post them online. Sure, no problem. I did it. We were talking. He's like, you know what? You really need to bounce into this realm. And I'm like, So I did. Well, I'm doing it now. So I was listening earlier, but I had to come in the house and I'm here, and wireless is really bad. Wireless. But I was listening earlier, and so many nuggets have been dropped, and I'm like, oh my God, this is so great. I like this room. So I just wanted to thank you guys for giving me the push that I need to continue on.
Absolutely. We appreciate you coming in the room, and that's why I created this room, because there's so many people, you go and work so hard, you study, you take the test, and then nobody really tells you what to do afterwards. Yeah, you go to a broker, but being prepared and understanding that, this is a real estate business. And if you start thinking that it's a real estate business, you start treating it like a business.
Right.
But a lot of people don't treat it like a business. They don't understand, we got all this freedom. We got time freedom. Unfortunately, time freedom, what are you doing with your time? And that's what it comes down to. Time freedom, it's great. But if you're like ADD personality, you could do 80% of the things you're not supposed to do and miss the 20% that will help you build your business and create a career, because your database is actually slow if you create it properly.
Yeah, I was listening to that earlier, and I'm like, wow, I got about probably 6,000 people in my contact list on my phone. So I was like, okay, let me start doing this and get prepared while I'm also in class.
Absolutely, and there's an app for that also. If you go to, I don't know if you're an Apple or Android user.
Android only.
Okay, I'm not sure what the one in Android is. The Apple one is MC. Hold on, let me look on my phone. It works really good. I'm sure they have a version for Android also. Give me a sec. MC. Where is it? Oh, it moved. Go here. Contacts backup. I think MC contacts backup. I think that's what it is. But actually, if you look up in your app and just look up content backup, it should get you to where you need to go. It should bring you in the right spot. But so yeah, you do that first, and you start connecting with some of the people in your phone that maybe you haven't talked to for a while, and make sure you don't talk about real estate when you first talk to them.
Oh, definitely not.
Send them a thank you note, and don't say anything about real estate then. Now, when you send your letters out to your sphere, that's when you say something about real estate, because you say, yeah, I just joined such and such brokerage, and I'm so excited to be able to help you with your real estate needs. And make sure you say when you join either a mentorship group, if you have a mentorship group that you're going to be joining. What brokerage are you going with?
Right now, I have a cousin that lives in North Carolina. She's with eXp, and she's pushing me in that direction.
It's a smart move, especially since you have a family with eXp. And we have lots of good mentors across the country. So make sure you get a mentor, especially when you first start. It's a little bit of a cut in your commission. Hold on a second. I don't know why people keep calling me. Can you hear me now? Somebody was calling me. It's a little deduction in your commission, but it's worth it. All you have to do is 3 transactions with a mentor, and it will pay volumes in experience by having a good mentor. And keep coming in these rooms and keep picking our brains, and whatever help you with, I'm there for you.
Thank you.
And I appreciate you, and I appreciate everyone in this room. And it's almost 1:30, so I got to go take my daughter and teach her to drive.
Good luck with that.
Thank you. She's doing pretty good. I'm proud of her. Just 16, and it's a little nerve-wracking, but just I want to get her license and get her freedom. She's supposed to, she's a senior now.
Are you going to teach her manual?
No, we don't have a manual, but we don't have a manual. We have an automatic, but I kind of told her manual's not that difficult. It's just understanding, listening to the car when it gets up to a certain point and you shift. So I had her listen to the car. Oh, did you? I had her listen to the car when it shifted. So when I told her that, she said, "Oh, I kind of understand what you're talking about." Yep. Getting phone calls. I will start up the room tomorrow again. Not sure to what time, but I will put it on the calendar tonight when I know. And look forward to seeing all of you in this room. I appreciate you. And I'm going to land my plane and I'm going to close the room. And you guys have a fantastic, thoughtful Thursday.
You do the same.
We'll talk to you tomorrow.
So-called when they play was renewed for 3 more seasons.
Really?
The one that plays Dr. Turner
Mm-hmm.
is the creator's husband, really.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he wrote a book, a memoir book.
That's funny.
It's called